Hey guys, I'm at a new location. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit and check things out. Um, Pretty good friends with this farmer. I got talking to him the other day, and he said, "You ought to come up and check my place out." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Why? Woo, I almost fell." I said, "Why? Crazy things going on around here that's you know you're not familiar with?" And he said, "All the time." I said, "Okay." So I'm here. I mean, there's all kinds. I mean, I'm just, as you know, obviously, I'm just walking in, and I mean, there's structures everywhere. This one here is pretty interesting. It's kind of like a dome, and it's all nice and cleaned out underneath. When I come back through, I'll go up to it and check it out. But this place, this farm that this farmer owns here, it butts up to a really big farm that's owned by Sears and Roebuck. And nobody, supposedly nobody hunts it. Nobody's been on the Sears and Roebuck side in well over 40 years. And I guess if anybody really knows that or not, it would be the farmer that owns this land here, because like I said, his property butts right up to it. And there's really no way to get, there's no right of way to get into Sears and Roebuck, because I mean it is, but it's all grown up. And he would see people coming and going if that were the case, if people were sneaking in. Not that I'm zeroing, I'm not trying to make a point by that. What I'm saying is I always like going into pieces of property that hasn't been occupied in quite some time. Obviously for a lot of reasons. One being that it becomes a safer place for the forest beings, because they're not being bothered with. And I think they tend to make more permanent areas for themselves when there's no traffic of humans. That's pretty much what I mean by that. The service seems pretty good up here, the internet. I may try to go live. I'm going to give you guys a view of this gully. It drops off considerably. Big red oak here fell down. Not long ago either. But this is a huge drop off here. Video doesn't do it, camera doesn't do it justice. But that's a good, I'd say 60, 70 feet drop off. And then there's a beautiful little arch there. It's really not that little. Looks little on the video. This place just goes and goes and goes. And it's actually one of the hilliest places on the eastern shore that I've been on yet, venturing out in the woods. Most of our land on the shore is flat, but this has some pretty deep ravines, as you can see, and knolls and so forth. I see it gets pretty thick down in there. It's not a really thick woods. It's pretty wide open for the most part. Walk around here. noticed a lot of bedding areas for deer. Deer have been bedding down. I cut some firewood up here recently, and I've seen a lot of deer coming and going here. So there is food here for them. That's the end of the woods. Up there is a field right on the outside of that thicket. I'm not going to make these videos too long. Like I said, I may or may not do a live. We'll see how it goes. I wish everyone well today. Enjoy your Sunday, the rest of the Sunday, what's left of it. That's an interesting track right there. It actually has a break in it. Right here, it looks like a heel, and it looks like toes. And you can see where the foot kind of, you see? Pretty interesting. I have rights to go as far as I want on his farm, which it's not a real big farm. It's right around 300 acres, but I choose not to do too much wandering today on it because yesterday was opening day of black powder season for whitetail deer, and here in Maryland, for whitetail season, any opening weekend that deer season falls on, you can hunt Sundays. Shotgun, black powder, I think bow you can hunt every Sunday. So I think I'm just going to hang tight to the edges today. I'm not going to venture in too deep because even though the farmer's not seen anybody on Sears and Roebuck sneaking in or hunting that he's aware of, every place that I've ever gone into and walked, and I've been told that nobody's in there or nobody's been in there for quite some time, I always find up-to-date deer stands, or I find evidence where people are coming in. I always find a path or, you know, a trail marked off where they're coming and going. So I'd just rather not, and you never know who's hunting around you. That's the main thing. And when people are sneaking into a piece of property they're not supposed to be on hunting, they tend not to wear orange, and they dress really camoed out, and yeah, I just don't want to get into a predicament where I accidentally get shot. I mean, I do have orange on today. I got an orange sweatshirt on, but that's not always a guarantee. Alright guys, I'm going to get off of this one. I just wanted to give you an introduction to this new place. I'm going to do a few videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Blessings.